Hello, welcome to the video. It's first in the morning and I've just finished packing. At 4 I need to be at the airport. Will I regret this decision tomorrow? I'm pretty sure yes. Should I go sleep now or just forget about it? I don't know. We'll see. Hello. My name is Anastasia. I'm a tattoo artist, and about a week ago I came back from my first tattoo guest spot to Stockholm. And today I wanted to share my impressions of the city with you and tell you more about the tattoo project I did there. Well, actually I wanted to make this video sooner, right after I came back from Stockholm. But this winter hit hard and I had zero energy to do anything. But today is the first day, I feel like myself again and I'm ready to share and to connect. So go grab yourself some drink. I have plain water in here and let's begin the chat. That was my first time in Stockholm, and what I like the most about this city is its feeling. It's the feeling of the city. Sometimes these big cities, they can be overwhelming. They can make you feel even smaller with their tall buildings, wide roads and crowds everywhere, but Stockholm is not like that. Stockholm is very comfy, very warm, very welcoming. You'll see more smiling people on the roads than the grumpy ones for sure, and the city itself is very well planned and organized. Speaking about people, it seems like everybody is doing some kind of sports there. I've seen just tons and tons of people jogging around the city, and even went jogging a couple of times myself and had a chance to enjoy this wonderful scenery. That's definitely a very healthy habit of the Swedish, and the city is very suitable for these activities with its gyms and sports clubs are all around and hundreds of meters of cycling tracks all around the city. It's 6 a.m. and I'm waiting for the gym to open. And if you need to know one thing about me, that's half of my suitcase was full of training clothes. Another interesting fact about the city is that it's packed with all these small, cute bakeries that brew wonderful coffee and make these small saffron buns with cinnamon, chocolate and other fillings and frostings. The Swedish even have this whole ritual called fika. That means having a break, grabbing a coffee, munching some sweets and chatting with your friends or co-worker. If to speak about Swedish language, I could understand almost nothing. The pronunciation is totally different from the languages I know, and the Swedish also like to connect small words into one enormous one, and it can be overwhelming. But the good news is that everybody speaks perfect English and you'll have no problems surviving there with only English. Unfortunately, I saw a lot less than I was planning because during the last days, when the plan was to visit some museums and galleries and just run around the city, I caught some flu and spent the whole day just sitting in a coffee shop and drinking ginger shots. But thankfully that happened during the last days of my stay, so I was able to accomplish the main mission of my trip, which was tattooing. I was working at the Concrete 40 tattoo shop, and that place was gorgeous. I really liked the minimalistic interior and the amount of light in the studio, and of course the people. The team and the atmosphere were just amazing and I felt very welcomed there. And now let's get to the tattoo project. During this guest spot I made a couple of first tattoos, which are always an honor for me to make. And these ones were actually pretty big because usually people choose something very small and almost invisible for a first tattoo, but Victoria and Frida were ready for something bigger. And I'm really grateful that they trusted my vision, that they just gave me an approximate idea of what they were thinking of and let me express mine. full creativity. Victoria was inspired by some of my previous work and wanted her first tattoo to be light and moving, and Frida got an organic, flowy tattoo on her leg after some years of thinking about getting a tattoo. I totally love both of the projects, and it was a pleasure to meet these wonderful women and to give them a tattoo. During this guest spot, I worked with the scars a lot, which is always a tricky part. I really like the idea of not hiding the scar under the tattoo, but making it part of the composition. And I'm really grateful that both Aurora and Leaf agreed on it. Aurora chose one of my available sketches, and it was so detailed and delicate that it worked pretty well with her scars. And what's even more important, that we made it with a very deep intention about Aurora's feminine side, and that's what gives this tattoo even more power and value. And the second tattoo I did on the scar was for Liv. We decided not to cover the scar as well and came up with a pencil stroke, very spacious composition all across the back. I also made one of my signature freehands for Anya, and these patterns were originally inspired by water, but she also saw some kind of a wooden texture in it, and this water-wood combination very much relates to her personal story. And that's the first visible tattoo on Anya's body, and I hope that it's the beginning of something bigger. I also made some smaller pieces, but I can say that all of the tattoos I made were very unusual and interesting, and I'm very grateful for the ideas my guests had and that they chose me to turn them into reality. That was a great pleasure. Thank you. Alright, let it be it for today. I'm coming back to Stockholm in April, and I hope that I will be able to see the rest of the city and show you even more wonderful tattoo projects. Please like this video and let me know in the comments if I should film these vlogs and small videos from my guest spots. And see you in the next one.